this this video is about spiritual warfare. Just clarifying a few things for Christians. Demons are nobody. They're nobody. Jesus said, if you have not love, you are nothing. So what a demon actually is, and when I say is, we're talking about artificial intelligence. We're talking about what looks like a person, but isn't a person. They're just little machines. Effectively, that's all a demon is a machine. Containing death. And they teach men to behave like them. But men also have a natural tendency to behave like them because of the darkness within man. They just refine what's already in man when man goes away to serve them. It's effectively what a wizard is. Now I know in Harry Potter and movies like that you've been taught that wizards can be good. There's no such thing as a good wizard. Like there's no such thing as a white witch. It's all hell. And that's from the perfect perspective. And there are perspectives from within hell that don't apply to eternity. You're either in God or you're in hell. There is no in-between ground. Just trying to make sure I don't overeat the dates. Trying to reduce my intake at the moment because my system's a bit backed up. Do you know the way that can happen? I'm trying to increase easy fibre and reduce the amount I'm eating for a little while. Take fat out. Because fat can slow digestion. So if you do lots of dehydrating activities and slowing activities together, you create the conditions for constipation. Now, I'm just telling you how, if you encounter it, how you should come across it. Never push, because that's how injuries happen. It's a slightly different video though. I might do one on that actually, because a lot of people suffer with constipation and they don't know how to handle it. They reach for laxatives, and laxatives can perpetuate the problem actually, they can make it worse. Now, so what a demon is basically a machine of death, and it only does its task all the time. And it thinks to increase its own burden is cool. They're retarded. Demons are retarded. And it just is what it is. You know? So what they do is they encourage each other. Demons encourage each other because they understand certain cosmic truths, which are powers of speech and laws of attraction and things, the dark arts, how to manipulate other people by what they say and do. Because they know that free will is protected by Yahweh. He sends his angels to protect your free will. I mean, the devil and his demons claim that free will is an illusion. And then they work all day long to influence your decisions. They're just futile morons. Basically. Futile morons. Now, I regularly tell people how demons speak. Now, when I said the demon was a futile moron, the demon responded by saying, "You're a nice little person." Now, why would a demon call me a nice little person when it's hunting my soul? It's because a demon is a violator. And if somebody says, "I don't want you near me right now," and they say that clearly, and tell you why and all of that, and give you the fairness that you deserve in being clear with you, and communicating fully what's happening. If somebody does that, then you should respect that boundary. But if somebody doesn't do that, they've violated you. If somebody who claims to love you suddenly pulls away from you and doesn't tell you why they've done so, they've violated you. That's a violation, actually. But it looks like a retreat, so you're less likely to blame that person for having violated. But it is a violation. Jesus said, the man's body belongs to the woman and the woman's body belongs to the man. He's showing how you shouldn't deny each other. And if that is to happen, if there's for any reason you guys are to deny each other, it has to be by consensus so that there's no violation. So demons are always trying to violate, and where they can't violate, they're trying to give the impression as though they're violating. So if you say a demon is a treacherous, useless, wicked entity, and you're disassociating yourself from them by so doing, they say, "You're a lovely guy," and they'll try and come close to you. Because they know that that's the opposite of what you want to hear from one of them. That you don't want them anywhere near you, that they're absolutely repugnant to you. Just wretched little creeps. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to troll you. They're trying to create in your mind a perception that there's nothing you can say or do that will create distance between you and them. So people say, "I'm hearing voices." Yeah, there's an intelligent attack within those voices that you're hearing. It's an actual purposed attack on you through your psychology. but the way they present it is like funky and so you don't take it seriously. These are lizards. If somebody's doing something to you and it's laughingly, it does two things: gets on your nerves and appears to violate you. But when something's on your nerves, like on your funny bone, they're hoping that you can't compose yourself fully to reject them and stand in sureness within that. Because you're not being taken seriously. Because you're being pursued. It's like a woman who says, I don't want to lie with you now. Stay away from me. You go, go on. Come here. They're hoping that the woman can be relaxed by the pursuit of her, number one, because women like to be pursued. But secondly, this sort of laughing approach. It's kind of nervous and, I'll tickle your belly. That kind of, approach. And that's the approach the devil takes. Because he exploits the nature of man and woman and uses it against us. Do you see the point? It's just the way they are. Just gotta grab the bin. So yeah, effectively the darkness is just tailing you. That's all it's doing, and it's using your nature to keep you unsure. Keep them guessing, keep them doubting. That's the entire strategy of hell. And in the meantime, they try to wear on you. Literally, they're wearing my teeth down when I sleep. Look. I looked at a video of my teeth like 2 years ago, and they were white and much longer and neater. And in 2 years, they've ground my teeth down significantly. And they're somewhat misshapen on the front, pushed over from grinding. So there are days I've woken up and my jaw's literally jutting left to right, like. And it didn't feel natural, like I was doing it myself. Just sudden juts. They're scum, like. They're just utter scum. Contrarians. Just the opposite of what you want is what they'll do. Because they're violators. If you imagine yourself as a little spiritual ship in the ocean, right? And the faster you're going, the harder you are to pursue. Well, what demons are doing is pretty much using any form of traction and disruption of momentum that is available to them to slow you down. Why? Because you are the little ship that's escorting them off the property. God places his preacher as the devil's escort. Like the guards might escort you off the property. We're escorting Satan off the property. And that's why he wants to slow down the escort. Why? Because they're trying to buy time. Basically. Because they know their fate is sealed. They're just trying to delay the inevitable. And that's the entirety of their strategy. And whoever falls away while they're delaying it, falls away. So they delay and implement their catching strategy. And that's the entirety of hell's purpose. The rest is just facade. Things that have to come to pass, like the abomination of desolation. You know what that is? The abomination of desolation is when Satan will present a man as God in the holy temple. And they will say, peace and security is upon us. And then God will crush them. Why? Because they will have stepped vocally, verbally, physically on God's property. They will have put their head on the block. Why? Because God is Prince of Peace. When you try to publicly claim something that doesn't belong to you, you bring the one who owns it down on your head. Hell brings it all on themselves. They have no victory. They're destined for destruction. So Satan just gave the order to hold on. That pretty much means we're going fast. It's like in something you'd tell a child as you're going on the roller coaster. Hold on. He gives the order, but he has to make it audible. It's part of his rules of engagement. He's doing it the whole time. He's giving orders the whole time in the environment. That's when we know that there's light in us and there's truth in us and God's close to us and they're moving fast because we're tilting now spiritually and I can feel it. We're moving, we're shifting. And that's why the devil has given the order to hold on. You see the light in my eyes? Because we're shifting. Warp speeds. That means my little boat is skipping along the tops of the waves. The wind is strong. They're saying, hold on. Which means try and interfere as much as you can. Try and interfere with his light. So what they do is they bring in dark stimulus. Be a grunt or a snort or a nose blow or a so anything that sounds like imperfection. Anything that's vibrationally not perfect is what they'll demonstrate. So we stay focused on Jesus and peace and love and light, and they eventually have to let go and depart. When they can't hold on, they have to go. Because remember, we're the escort. That's why Jesus says, rise up as an eagle. Why? Because demons are crows. And we're eagles. So we have a higher altitude. And a crow can't ascend to the heights of an eagle. So it gets to that height then, and it starts projecting its voice. Oh, you're ours. We like you. You're a nice guy. And it's just to get you down to consider what they're saying. And then they'll start talking differently. You're ours. Bad man. And now they're trying to get on top of you. But when you're up there, they're projecting. You're really nice. We like you. That's what it's like. We say demons are vile, foul, wretched beings that you should never consider what they say, because it's always a conquer strategy that they're trying to implement. You should never listen to them. They're always vile. They're always wicked, is the advice I'd give to a little one. I'd say, see those demons? I know that they might sound friendly sometimes, but they're always trying to kill you. They're never not trying to kill you. It's all they know because they are death embodied. So demons are always trying to kill you. They don't have any other mode. And when they have killed you, they're just using you like their puppet. They don't care about anybody. It's death. Death is a violent brute. Doesn't care about you. It's just a crush. It's just a big violent dope. That's what it is. Pretty much. But Jesus is greater. Let's skip along the ways. Blessings. Holy kiss.